So we got some big news in relation to our beloved Transformers. And no surprise, with less than a month away from Toy Fair, obviously we're going to be getting some big news definitely in relation to what toys are going to be getting in the next couple of years. But the big news we have here is information in regards to our next two live action Transformer movies. And oh man, am I hyped. So Variety, the entertainment news website, dropped some information in regards to the writers for two brand new Transformer movies to be penned and written and produced simultaneously. Paramount has announced that both James Vanderbilt and Jobby Harold will be working on two Transformer movies, and one will be a sequel to Bumblebee, the movie, called Bumblebee 2, unofficially at the moment. But the other one, the other one is its own little focus. It's a standalone Beast Wars movie. And this is amazing news, but not surprising, and I will tell you why. Number one, we always talk about trademarks here on Transformers Slag and how we use them to predict things. A lot of Beast Wars character trademarks are coming up. There was always the prediction that what was going to probably happen was our main, like, classics-esque kind of toy lines like Siege or Earthrise would be Beast Wars related. We kind of guessed that about a year ago. But they're going to go about it in a different direction and take those trademarks and just make a whole movie with its own merchandise. And this is amazing news because while the Bumblebee movie, we could kind of take guesses and predict where it's going to go. Maybe they'll go, more into the 90s. It'll still be a period piece. It'll be like late 80s or early 90s, which people would probably dig to keep it more like a throwback and not have to jump into the current day stories. But Beast Wars is really interesting because that is something that, if done in the spirit of the original Beast Wars, could be a movie that could really give everyone what we really want, which is a primarily Transformer-driven Transformer movie without human characters. For people who don't know, Beast Wars was a Transformers series that was based on the time of 4 million years ago on Earth, before the Autobots awoke. It was when they crashed, and the 4 million years before they woke up, the Beast Wars happened. It's a whole long story. If you haven't watched Beast Wars at this point, shame on you. Go back and watch it. It's easily the best Transformers series ever made, and that's coming from a guy who was raised with Generation 1. That being said, if they do it in the spirit of the original series, which would be good too, because if you write it in that style, you could really plug it in where it doesn't interfere with any other movie stuff that's been done already. Now, granted, it's not to say that any of this movie stuff will keep continuity with each other. Anyhow, Lord knows the Bumblebee movie kind of seems like a soft reboot in a lot of ways. But at least if you do this Beast Wars movie, if you situation it in prehistoric Earth, you're able to kind of have it exist in, let's say, even the Michael Bay movie continuities, and it doesn't interfere too much. So that's something that's pretty incredible. And especially the fact that if it brings back all those classic characters, Optimus Primal, Cheetor, Dinobot, Scorponok, Rat Trap, it's everybody. That'll be incredible. I mean, I'm not expecting the Ocean Group voice actors. I'm not expecting Scott McNeil to get hired for a Hollywood movie, as much as that would be amazing. I mean, maybe us fans could really, just like how us fans, we fought to get Peter Cullen and Frank Welker and it happened. Maybe we could do Gary Chalk and David Kay a solid and fight for them to be Optimus Primal and Beast Wars Megatron. Wouldn't that be amazing if us fans could gather together and do that? And, just how we pretty much gave a whole brand new paycheck to Peter Cullen for the rest of his life with a $700 million movie over and over and over. Why don't we do the same for David Kay and Gary Chalk and give that push so they could get their representation in Hollywood? And wouldn't that be incredible? But that being said, if we get Beast Wars, which it seems like it's 100% at this point, it'll be amazing because a human absence, which will probably be in these movies if done in prehistoric Earth, will lead to a primarily Transformer cast and character development that's mostly just Transformer characters, and we could enjoy that. Bumblebee movie was great. But it still suffered from the lack of character development and making Bumblebee still not talk again. Yes, there was great emoting done with visuals, and the Decepticons did have their lines here and there. But at the end of the day, it still was a human-based movie with John Cena carrying stuff along with our other characters like Hilary Steinfeld and everybody of that manner. But yeah, that being said, this is big hype. This is amazing news. And all we could do now is speculate. But perhaps, just perhaps, in the next couple weeks coming up, maybe Toy Fair will go, hey guys, here's your first sneak peek of the Beast Wars toy line. Maybe it's great prototypes. Maybe it's some, just some images that they might have in a screenshot gallery or in a panel at Toy Fair. But this is amazing news. And I know for a fact, just all us 90s kids, I'm not a 90s kid, but all of the 90s kids are going to be so hyped about this because now their G1, Beast Wars, is going to be on the big screen. And that's fantastic news.